best-selling fragrances for men. If you want to make sure you get a good, high-quality fragrance, you might as well choose a bestseller, because obviously it's tried and true. Most people are going to like it. So I'm going to start with a pretty well-known one. Most of these are pretty well-known. Dylan Blue from Versace. So this is a very clean, crisp, and strong men's fragrance. And it has bergamot, aquatic notes, some black pepper, saffron, tonka bean, all these really crisp, clean notes. And it's a very masculine scent. It's what you would typically think of when you think of a masculine scent, and a modern scent as well. And this is a very versatile fragrance, easily wearable during the daytime, the evening, cold weather, hot weather. Probably better for hot weather because it is so fresh and refreshing. And great longevity. I would say probably 7 hours. And, good sillage, good scent trail. It follows you around. And in general, just a nice fragrance. It's not that expensive. I believe it's less than $100. So you're getting a really good product for an affordable price. And, it's a staple scent, It's just good to have in case you need it. Then, from the same brand, this is Versace Eros. So, Versace Eros has somewhat of a reputation for being kind of a party fragrance, which is true. However, I also find it's good for just general evening wear. It's, in general, used more by kind of younger men, even teenagers sometimes. So you do have to watch out if you want to avoid that kind of connotation. But if you want a very, very well-performing fragrance, a very powerful, strong fragrance that really stands out to be noticed, this is a good option because it does just that. It really projects, great projection, great longevity. I would say 8 hours probably for most people. And I find the notes very agreeable. My favorite note in this is vanilla. It has specifically Madagascar vanilla, it has a slight sweetness, but for the most part it's more of a warm, even slightly spicy sort of vanilla, and that's its strongest note. It also has some citrus, green apple, tonka bean, things like that, but for the most part you're going to get that vanilla, especially as it dries down. It's a very powerful scent. Not great for, say, more formal occasions or going to work, things like that. Like I said, it's more of a casual, playful sort of fragrance. But still, it's fun to wear. This is a fun, kind of just more playful fragrance. And that's always nice to have as well, if you're going out, whatever. Then, this is Invictus from Paco Rabanne, and I always kind of compare this to Acqua di Gio, but stronger. Of course, it has some differences. This is a very fresh fragrance. It has the citrus opening. For the most part, it's crisp, refreshing, and great for the summer, for that reason, and the spring. Hot weather in general, especially good for the daytime. This is pretty versatile. You could easily wear this in casual and more formal settings. And relatively strong, not super long lasting, probably 4 to 5 hours, moderate. But the projection is great. And it's just, it's a very masculine scent. It has a certain presence, and a certain sophistication to it, which is very nice. If you wanna have something a little bit lighter, a little bit crisper, but still stand out, still be prominent, this is a very good option. Then, one of my personal favorites, this is Dior Homme. There are many variations of Dior Homme. Pretty much all of them are good. I haven't found anything wrong with them. This is good if you want a fragrance that's not too in your face. You don't want to show off too aggressively. This is a very smooth, more subtle sort of fragrance. Elegant, in fact. It has a very unique note of iris. You won't often find that in male fragrances, and it does give it a certain, very slight sweetness, a little bit of powderiness, but for the most part, the iris makes it very crisp, very smooth, it reminds me of spring, when it's nice and crisp and cold outside still, but, it's still kind of a sunny sort of day. That's what this is. It's very, very nice like that. This is great for the workplace, just for regular daytime use. It's a little bit too faint for the evening, I would say, or for cold weather, but in general, despite that, it's very versatile, very just pleasant to smell. Very pleasant to smell. I don't think there's really any notes that are actively offensive to anyone. It's just a very well-crafted, well-blended, refined sort of fragrance that most people should like. Then, the longevity on this is kind of moderate, probably 6 hours. Nothing too much, nothing too little, very, very much in the middle. And being from Dior, of course, it's a high-quality fragrance, and you can count on it to do what it has to do. Then the last one, which I don't actually have a bottle of course, is probably the best-selling of all time, Dior Sauvage. Everyone knows Dior Sauvage. It is the fragrance for men, the luxury fragrance for men. So the reason why Dior Sauvage is so popular, well, marketing for one, but the scent it has is unique. It's powerful. It has citrus notes, it has spice notes, warm notes. It blends the sharp crispness of the citrus notes with more warm, spicy notes, And that counteraction between the two types really makes for a very interesting, very attractive sort of scent. And, it has pink pepper, it has just some very, very interesting notes, and it's very strong. You don't need to use that much to really make a statement, because it will fill up the room without much effort. It will last a long time, probably 8+ hours, very long lasting. Great performer, and, great sillage, of course, projection, and it's just a classic. Like I said, it's a staple. If you have it in your collection, you'll be good to go, because it's primarily an evening fragrance, but it also works really well in cold weather. It's just nice. It's nice to have for any occasion you see fit. It performs well, it does what you need it to do, and that's it. You don't need to think about it, because it's going to be good. Of course, it's a little bit more expensive, but you do get what you pay for. It is a luxury fragrance from Dior, so of course it's going to be more expensive. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say about those fragrances. If you have any opinions about them or questions, you can always leave them down in the comment section below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.